There is a secret, one so simple, so silent, that the majority miss it entirely. It is not talent. It is not luck. It is not even intelligence. It is a habit, a daily ritual, an invisible force moving mountains while others are still asleep, still complaining, still waiting for conditions to be perfect. Every empire you admire, every fortune you wish to build, every legacy that has endured beyond the grave, was built not by bursts of effort, not by moments of brilliance, but by one sacred, unbreakable habit, relentless, focused action, every single day. Not just when you feel like it, not just when you're motivated, not just when conditions are perfect, every single day. This is the great separator. This is the trait history rarely records, but upon which every success story secretly rests. Thomas Edison, working through the night, burning through 900 failed experiments without a whisper of fame. Andrew Carnegie, making decisions in iron and steel long before he was ever celebrated in headlines. Henry Ford, tinkering in cold garages while the world laughed at the idea of a car for the common man. One habit bound them together, the discipline of consistent, directed action. While others waited, they moved. While others doubted, they built. While others talked, they produced. They understood a truth few ever grasp. You do not rise to your goals. You fall to your habits. The life you live today is a direct reflection of the habits you built yesterday. And the life you will live tomorrow is being constructed by the habits you choose today. No exceptions, no escape, no shortcuts. The mind is a garden. What you plant, you harvest. What you neglect, you forfeit. If you do not plant the seeds of discipline, of action, of focus, weeds will grow by default. Weeds of distraction, weeds of procrastination, weeds of regret. And no one can plant for you. No one can tend your soil. No one can fight your battles of the mind except you. This is the law of life. You are either strengthening your empire every day or weakening it. There is no neutral ground. Understand this. In the silence of ordinary days, greatness is forged. Not in the noise, not in the applause, not in the dramatic public moments, but in the early mornings when no one is watching. In the late nights when the easy choice is to quit. In the grinding repetition of daily disciplines so small that they seem meaningless until they become monumental. The men and women who built empires understood the most dangerous myth in the world, the myth of someday. Someday is the death of dreams. Someday is the graveyard where your best life is buried alive. Carnegie didn't wait for the economy to get better. Edison didn't wait for better funding. Disney didn't wait until his ideas were safe. They acted daily, decisively, defiantly. The habit that builds empires is showing up for your future before the world believes you deserve it. Most people lose because they underestimate the power of one day. What difference does one missed workout make? What harm is one skipped meeting, one wasted hour, one more excuse? But empires are not built in days. They are built by days. Each day is a brick, each action a drop of sweat in the mortar of your legacy. Miss a day, you weaken the structure. Compromise once, the foundation cracks. Surrender twice, the walls crumble. You are not simply living another day. You are either laying stones for a fortress that will outlast you or scattering sand in the wind. There is no hiding from this truth. Your habits testify for you. They declare in bold letters what you truly believe about yourself and your destiny. Do you believe you are worthy of greatness? Then your habits will reflect it. Do you believe your dreams are worth the pain, the grind, the sacrifice? Then your habits will prove it. Or do you secretly believe that you can coast, compromise, and still conquer? If so, you have already lost. The universe has no patience for half-hearted ambition. It rewards the persistent. It exalts the disciplined. It crowns those who show up when it's boring, when it's hard, when it's lonely, when it's thankless. Your empire is not waiting for you to feel ready. It is waiting for you to be ready. And readiness is not an emotion. It is a habit. Clarity fuels consistency. Without a crystal clear vision, even the strongest discipline will erode. You must know, with ruthless specificity, what you are building. Vague dreams produce vague results. Clear dreams produce clear empires. Carnegie didn't just want wealth. He envisioned entire cities of steel. Disney didn't just want a career. He dreamed of worlds that would outlive him. What do you see when you close your eyes? If it is small, expand it. If it is faint, sharpen it. If it is borrowed, erase it and draw your own. Because vague goals lead to vague habits, and vague habits lead to forgotten lives. Specificity electrifies action. It ignites obsession. It cuts through fatigue, through distraction, through the inertia of mediocrity. When your vision is real enough, burning bright enough, you no longer need to force yourself to move. Your vision will pull you like a magnet through every excuse, every hardship, every temporary defeat. This is how empires are born. In the mind first, in the habits next, in the world finally. The battle is won before it ever touches the physical realm. If you want the world to bow to your creation, you must first command your own mind to kneel before your vision. Purpose is your anchor. Without it, even the strongest habit becomes hollow. Without it, the empire you build will feel like a prison. Without it, success will taste like ash in your mouth. Purpose is not just what you do. It's why you rise when you're tired. It's why you choose pain over ease. It's why you keep building even when it would be easier to walk away. You do not wake up at 5 a.m. because it's trendy. You do it because there is a fire in your bones that refuses to die quietly. You do it because someone out there is waiting for your gift, your leadership, your courage. You do it because you know the cost of your potential going unused, and you are no longer willing to pay that price. Every great empire has a mission behind its bricks, a reason behind the repetition, a soul inside the structure. The empire you are building must serve something greater than ego. Otherwise, you'll abandon it the first time life punches you in the mouth. You need a reason so personal, so powerful, that quitting is no longer an option, because to quit would be to betray who you truly are. And when purpose fuels your habits, something extraordinary happens. You become unstoppable, because pain doesn't shake a man with purpose. Rejection doesn't stop a woman on a mission. Obstacles don't intimidate someone who has already decided they will not leave this earth until their work is done. Purpose is the blueprint for endurance. It is the heartbeat of discipline. And it is the one thing no competitor, no crisis, no economy can ever take from you. But even with purpose, you will fall, you will fail, you will break. And that is exactly where most people stop. They think resilience is a gift. They think it's inherited. But resilience is a habit, a choice, a muscle that grows stronger each time you decide to rise, when everything inside you says, stay down. Lincoln faced more defeat than most men could bear, yet he rose. Edison was told his brain was defective, yet he built the future. Hill himself, penniless and alone, took his final shot at greatness when everyone told him he was finished. Resilience is not about avoiding pain. It is about becoming someone that pain cannot break. You must harden your resolve. You must become like iron in the fire. Beaten, yes, but only to take a stronger shape. When the world throws storms, you don't ask, why me? You ask, is that all you've got? Because every setback is a test. Are you building a sandcastle, or are you building a fortress? Let others crumble. Let others complain. Let others crawl back to comfort. You build. You decide. You refuse to retreat. Because this is what separates those who dream from those who dominate. Resilient habits. Relentless habits. Habits that do not die when the motivation does. And when the plan fails, as it inevitably will, you adapt. Because adaptability is not weakness. It is a superpower. The ones who rise are not the ones with the best blueprint, but the ones who refuse to stop building, even when the blueprint burns. The dream remains. The strategy evolves. Ford didn't succeed on the first design. Disney didn't get the green light on the first pitch. your life, your path, your empire will require countless revisions. Do not cling to how you thought it should go. Cling only to this: I will finish what I started. Adaptability is not abandoning your mission. It is honoring it by finding a way forward, no matter what. You pivot, you adjust, you shift gears, but you never, ever stop, because the habit that builds empires is not rigid. It is alive, it breathes, it evolves with you. The world belongs to those who can change form without changing purpose. And now, we arrive at the fire beneath it all: faith. Not the faith that waits for signs, not the faith that begs for proof, but the faith that moves first, the faith that acts without evidence, the faith that steps forward even when the road is invisible. This is the faith Napoleon Hill wrote of when he said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." Faith is the belief that if you show up daily, if you hold the line, if you stay in motion, life has no choice but to yield. You are not just building habits, you are building belief. And belief is the fuel that burns through fear. No great builder waits for certainty. They decide, and in that decision, the certainty is born. And here is the final truth, the truth most fear to admit. The habit that builds empires is choice. Every day, every hour, every moment, you choose. You choose whether you are building a life worth remembering or surviving one you'll regret. You choose whether you are creating from vision or reacting from fear. You choose whether you will be the architect of your destiny or a slave to distraction. This is your power. This is your freedom, and no one can take it from you. So what will you do? Will you wake tomorrow and return to the cycle? Or will you rise and choose the sacred, unglamorous, invisible habit that builds the extraordinary? One step, one day, one act of faith. Do it again and again and again. Let the world wonder how you rose so high. Let them think it was luck. Let them call it genius. But you'll know the truth. You built your empire, one silent, consistent, defiant habit at a time.